Tonight on The Gadget Show, it's showtime.
Can Ortis and Polly use technology to put on the performance of a lifetime at this year's Gadget Show Live?
That is unbelievable. Look at this technology.
The stage is set and the audience are in, but who's got the gadget factor?
Also on the show, Jon teams up with domestic goddess Aggie Mackenzie to test the latest robotic vacuum cleaners.
It could be some time.
And if you didn't make it to Gadget Show Live last week, then stay tuned because we'll show you all the best stuff.
Don't film me, film my overtake! Yay! Woo!
And welcome to The Gadget Show.
Yes, and you might have noticed that Susie and I are wearing some rather fetching headgear. Susie doubly so, a kind of cross between Cheryl Cole and Blakey from On the Buses. Why? Because we want to take our hats off in respect to Ortis and Polly.
Yes, because in this week's challenge, these two took on something so utterly terrifying, me and him would have never attempted it.
Not on your Nelly. In fact, what you're about to see, the fortitude, the talent, the bravery from these two goes well beyond what we normally get in a Gadget Show challenge. Don't you agree? In fact, let's put the hats back on.
Yeah, another one.
So we can take them off again, guys.
Thanks very much, guys. What these two are talking about is in this week's challenge, Pollyanna and I had to sing in front of a live audience.
Yeah, that's sing.
In front of a live audience.
Polly and I were told to meet at the NEC in Birmingham, home to one of the most popular concert venues in the country, to receive our challenge. Allow me.
Okay. Ortis and Pollyanna, over the next 4 weeks, you each need to design and stage a tech-filled music performance ready for this year's Gadget Show Live.
You'll then perform to a 75,000-strong audience over 5 days at the event. And the person who gets the most votes from the audience at the end of Gadget Show Live will be the winner. Oh, my God.
The first thing you need to do is decide what you are going to sing. 75,000.
This could be a career-ending decision.
Or shall I say, this will be.
These days, tech is a huge part of any live show, from the simplest pyrotechnics to state-of-the-art lighting systems.
Nothing screams stage performance louder than a good bit of old-fashioned stadium rock. And so I'm going to take it back to the 80s and go for that all-time classic, The Final Countdown by Europe. Yeah!
And I was looking for inspiration on my iPhone when I found the perfect track.
And I've decided I'm going to do Bad Romance. That should be a performance and a half.
We each went off to lay down our backing tracks.
And it was fair to say that neither of us were that bad at singing.
It's the final countdown!
Vocals done, it was time to get busy with the tech. And I'd found the perfect bit of gadget glamour for my performance, and I went to Cute Circuit to see it. Cute Circuit is a fashion company who specialise in designing wearable technology. Here, Francesca and Ryan use LED lights to enhance the fabric's colour and shape, bringing it to life. LEDs are great for this, as they don't emit any heat, are very durable, and don't need much power.
So what we were thinking for you, since you have really great legs, is that we would like to show them. We're going to have this mini dress on the front and a very long train on the back. Great. But the thing that's going to be amazing about it is that you're going to be covered in LEDs.
That is unbelievable. Look at this technology.
Your dress will have over 10,000 LEDs.
Over 10,000?
10,000 LEDs.
10,000? I will literally be glowing.
Exactly.
The LEDs are controlled by a battery pack situated in the shoulder of the dress. To recharge it or change the flashing pattern, you simply plug it into a laptop via a USB port.
With your dress, when you're dancing, we want the LED lights and patterns to be exactly matching your choreography. So we've invented this. It's a small wireless transmitter that I'll attach to my laptop, and while you're singing, you'll be able to have total control over your dress the whole time while you're performing.
My dress is being controlled by Wi-Fi.
Yes.
To get started on my dress, Francesca needed to get my measurements for the pattern.
I am so excited. I'm starting to really feel like a pop star. I just can't wait for the performance.
While Polly was going high-end with her tech, I wanted to use consumer tech for my performance. I'd remembered something from a recent surprise special that would be ideal, so I headed to my local DIY shop to get it. Oh, angle grinders! These will look amazing on stage. Imagine the sparks. Maybe not that sound though.
I was on a mission to find more lights to go with my LED dress and had found something that would be perfect for me to dance with on stage. This is a new concept in lighting effects called the LED light ribbon.
This is beautiful. This technology is fantastic.
A fibre optic cable is connected to 3 computer-controlled lasers emitting red, green and blue light. By adjusting the brightness of each laser, the cable can become almost any colour. The really clever part is using the software to quickly flash through different colours. When the cable is then moved about, it creates an optical illusion in the eye and you see dancing ribbons of light.
Oh, this is superb. Look at this tech. And I am going to be the first one to use it.
Meanwhile, I was off to a proper rock shop to see what tech I could find to help me with my performance. That's what I need. Every great rock performance has a guitar solo, but I'm not skillful enough to do that. So what I need is a gadget way of doing it. Yeah. This is Beams, a tabletop instrument that uses lasers to play music. It looks like it's come off the set of Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
There's 4 different laser beams there.
Yep.
And basically when you break one or more of these laser beams, it fires off some sort of musical idea.
Yeah. Okay. Beams connects to a computer via USB, and each beam corresponds to an instrument or sound and can be anything from a simple note to a whole musical phrase. The software keeps track of your timings as well as your harmonies.
You can also load any of your own musical ideas into an editor that comes with the Pro software.
So I have an intro to a track that I'm going to perform. I can actually program the beams to help me play that.
Absolutely.
Excellent. It was going to take some practice, but I had high hopes for this.
So with most of our tech sorted and the backing tracks finished,
Yeah!
we were both well on our way to possible pop superstardom.
This is brilliant.
Right, now to head off and get some chicks and beers.
Great work, guys.
Thank you.
Interestingly, sort of divergent routes that you went on. Your journey, very much the high-tech approach. And interesting, notice, you couldn't be more different.
That's right, I'm trying to channel the energy of those 80s rock gods. Do you know what I mean? Whitesnake, Europe, Matthew Wilder.
Yeah, you see, I understand that, but there's a section of the
Yeah,
audience that
I have no idea.
ask your mum and dad.
Yeah.
No, it's honestly, when these performances go off, trust me, they go off. You're going to love where this is going.
Welcome back. Now, I want to talk to you about vacuum cleaners, but not any old vacuum cleaners. Robotic ones with brains. Now, they should provide the perfect solution to the mundane monotony of pushing a big sucky stick around the house for hours and hours each week. But for all their technological wizardry and gadgetry seductiveness, do they actually do a good job? Well, as ever, there was only one way to find out: testing. To help me judge them, I'd asked along Aggie Mackenzie, one half of TV's How Clean Is Your House? I brought along 3 of the latest models on the market: a Samsung Navibot, a Neato XV11 and an iRobot Roomba.
It's a good clean, this table.
First, we set up an obstacle course to test their manoeuvrability.
Splendid.
And then we added supplies of sugar, cereal and household dust, which would be easily cleaned up by a non-robotic vacuum cleaner. All 3 of our robots then had 30 minutes to clean up, starting with the Samsung Navibot.
Now, with the Samsung, you get these virtual guards that create an electronic barrier which the vacuum cleaner's not supposed to cross. So I'm going to use the 2 it comes with to put a barrier either side of my delicate vase.
These work by emitting an invisible beam that repels the vacuum cleaner, so you could use them for blocking doorways, for instance, as well as protecting valuables. The Samsung has a total of 38 sensors telling it what's in front of it, meaning it shouldn't bump into anything.
It's off.
We'll see. We sensed trouble straight away. Fortunately, though, the electronic beams protected both my vase and the glass by sending the Navibot packing.
I'd be slightly unnerved with my wine glass being moved around the floor like this.
Just getting onto the rug was a bit of an effort at first, but eventually the Navibot built up some momentum.
It's supposedly building up a picture of our room with its camera.
Yes.
Could be some time.
It could be some time.
I can't see you being happy with that.
No.
The Samsung wasn't happy either when it came across a web of cables behind the TV. The manufacturers claim that stairs won't be a problem, though, thanks to onboard sensors. Well, we don't have a staircase, but we do have a table, so let's see how it fares.
Aha.
I'm slightly nervous now.
Hey!
Oh, no.
Brilliant. Ooh, very good.
Very well behaved.
Well, it passed the table test with flying colours, but did it actually clean?
I wouldn't be happy with that result.
No.
So, not exactly an overwhelming start from the Samsung, but how would our next vacuum fare? After a quick bit of resetting...
Good.
It was time for the Neato Robotics XV11. This is currently only available in the States, but it's due for release in the UK this summer. Unlike the Samsung, the Neato doesn't come with an electronic blocking device, but it does come with a roll of magnetic tape that you can place around your precious objet d'art. It might not look high-tech, but will it work?
Whee! Certainly noisier.
It sounds like an aeroplane getting ready for takeoff.
It certainly gave our wine glass a scare. But the magnetic strip seemed to be repelling it. It made a good start on the rug, but seemed more interested in the wine. It also appeared to take an unhealthy interest in the TV stand. Before coming a cropper with the wires. After watching the Neato take on the other challenges, it was time for the tabletop test.
Aha.
Like the Samsung, no problems here.
I think that's worked, hasn't it?
So, well, a little bit better.
Yes, well, when we say a little bit better, not as bad as the other one.
For my third vacuum, I called on a familiar face, the iRobot Roomba. The original model was one of the best-selling robot vacuum cleaners of all time. But how would this latest incarnation fare? Like the Samsung, the iRobot comes with an electronic lighthouse set, so in theory, my vase should still be safe. We shall see. You can also use the lighthouses to keep the iRobot in a certain room until it's finished. Could be useful. It seemed to skirt the wine okay, but it did give our mock wall a good seeing to before bouncing off.
Certainly not afraid of going on the carpet.
No. Again, it's not dealing very well with the different levels on the rug, is it?
And sure enough, like sailors drawn to the sirens, the iRobot found the dreaded wires. But how would it do on the table test?
It is...
Swift, isn't it?
Yes.
Like the other two, it worked perfectly.
Still plenty of bits.
Oh, loads of bits. Although, look at this area. It's been tackled quite well, but then other areas, not at all.
And with that, it was time for the G ratings. We decided to give the Samsung 2 Gs. Quite simply, it didn't do a great job and left us rather disappointed. It was also 2 Gs for the iRobot. It was good on the hardwood and the areas of the rug it did clean, it cleaned well. It was just a shame it missed other parts altogether. And it was 3 Gs for the Neato. Made a decent fist of cleaning our room, but didn't seem to know when to give up on the tricky obstacles. And that could spell problems in the home.
So here's the winner, John, the Neato, but it strikes me that they've all got a little way to go before they can cope with everything you throw at them.
I mean, I think they can be useful if you've got a fairly empty house and very undemanding floor coverings, but there's definitely room for improvement.
OK, well, we'll keep our eye on those. Now, last week was a massive week for all of us because it was Gadget Show Live 2011.
Yes, that's right. 90,000 of you descended on the NEC in Birmingham for 5 days of gadget goodness.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. It was a cracking week.
But if you weren't lucky enough to get a ticket, fear not, because Susie and I did find time to dash round and take in what was there.
So here are our top 5 favourite things from Gadget Show Live. Gadget Show Live 2011 attracted technology exhibitors from across the globe.
And everyone brought something for us to play with, but some of it was just too good to keep to ourselves. So here's our top 5 tech from Gadget Show Live.
At 5,
It's the Husqvarna 260 ACX Auto Mower.
What I really like about it is that it comes with its own iPhone app that Husqvarna have launched here at Gadget Show Live today, which means I can control the settings on the mower without actually going into the garden. It's even got GPS in it, so I know exactly where my mower is.
Flying in at number 4 is the Park Zone Mosquito Mark 6, the world's first 4-channel twin-engined ultra-micro RC plane. Now, the original de Havilland Mosquito was a World War II plane with 2 Rolls-Royce Merlin engines, and this is arguably the Rolls-Royce of RC microplanes. The 4 channels allow you to adjust the throttle for speed, elevator for up and down, ailerons for going left and right, and the rudder for yaw, moving the plane from side to side with the nose flat.
Right, here we go, ready?
Yes.
Take off.
Oh, it's
quick. You can see you can do
Banking.
tricks.
Loops.
Left.
Nearly.
Right.
But the windy conditions clearly weren't great for flying such a light aircraft.
Right.
Can you do a loop?
No!
No! Oh, gosh, I can't reach that.
Sam, can you get that down, please?
At 3, it's the Van Gogh Airbeam, a novel concept in quick pitch camping.
So all you do is peg down the corners,
Yes.
you pump it
Here.
up, and hey presto, home from home. I was thinking of timing us from the start.
We can test it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
3,
Right.
2, 1, go.
Right.
Each tent comes with a dual action pump and has double valves for rapid inflation and deflation.
You just shove it in, John.
Astonishingly, it really
Look
doesn't
at that.
feel
John, you're pumping ever so fast. Stop the clock, stop the clock. 3:41.
That's brilliant.
Shall we have a look inside?
Yes.
Look, we've got a porch, we've got a little
Yes.
sleeping area.
Let's try it.
Oh, John.
At number 2, it's the TP Scoot. Now here's a potential solution to high petrol costs. This electric-powered scooter, a penny a mile to run.
I like the matte black as well. I think it looks quite wicked.
And the range is about 25 miles, which isn't bad either.
I think this is a good way of getting around the Gadget Show live,
Yes.
John. Look, you can see everything.
And at number 1, it's the kitchen of the future.
Right, Jan, now the surfaces in here are enabled to transfer power wirelessly to any device that's got e-coupled technology.
Excellent.
How do you like your eggs?
Fried, please.
OK, here we go.
The frying pan contains its own heating element, so when placed on the surface, electricity is passed wirelessly via a magnetic field to power the pan.
John, it's done, and this is the most amazing thing. Watch this. I can totally put my hand on both. There you go, John. A tasty bit of tech. Nice.
Welcome back, and it's time to get back to my favourite subject of the moment, Gadget Show Live, the UK's biggest consumer electronics show. It was an incredible experience strolling down the corridors, high-fiving many of you gadget geeks. But I think if there was one place I most enjoyed hanging out, it was the gaming hall. That place dedicated to that most digital of exploits, gaming. In that place, I really did feel like I'd died and gone to heaven. Packed to the rafters with the very latest hardware and software, the gaming zone really was something. This hall is huge, and here in this gaming cathedral, amongst the biggest gaming brands on the planet, are games that haven't been released yet, gaming setups I can't wait to get my hands on. I hardly know where to start. But it wasn't long before something special grabbed my attention. This might look like your standard driving game peripherals bolted together, but nothing could be further from the truth. This is iMotion, powered by NVIDIA's 3D Vision Surround. And it's said that the combination of these and this force feedback system is the closest thing you can get to driving a Formula One car without leaving your lounge. It's powered by a Core i7 SLI 3D-ready PC that feeds 3 high-def 3D screens, along with a D-Box motion chassis and wheel that take the knocks and bumps in the game and turn them into movement, creating a visceral and realistic experience. I've got to be honest with you, the presenting of the Gadget Show right now is really getting in the way because I am totally immersed. I am Lewis Hamilton right now. Go, 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 go! Now, a gaming zone wouldn't be a gaming zone without a bit of competition. Throughout Gadget Show Live, the public were invited to take on the best of the best in a series of world-class gaming tournaments. And to test my gaming mettle, we've got Forza Motorsport 3, a game that I played against Johnny Herbert, and you remember I won that challenge on the Gadget Show, but now I'm really going to be tested because this man is a professional gamer and his game of choice is Forza 3. So Steve, you ready for this? Yep. All right, let's do it. I've got a Porsche! I'm getting on him, look! Don't film me, film my overtake! Yay! Woo! Oh no! No! Best of 3? Other highlights included the chance to get hands-on with some of the hottest upcoming titles, including the hugely anticipated Duke Nukem Forever and Gears of War 3. OMG! It's Gears of War 3! Some great new peripherals, not to mention a retro gaming area, which certainly brought back a few memories. Forget my schoolboy days and school friends. These were my friends. These beautiful electronic buddies. But one of the most unique bits of gaming kit that caught my attention wasn't actually in the gaming zone. It was tucked away within the Future Tech Zone. One of the themes here at Gadget Show Live is obviously new ways to interact with your games. PlayStation Move, Microsoft Kinect, you know those things. What you don't know is what Waterloo Labs are doing. This is incredible stuff. Playing games with your eyeballs. Jack me in, I want to do it. Now, we've seen eye control before on the Gadget Show. How it works is actually pretty simple. By monitoring your eyes with electrodes, Waterloo Labs can detect the electrical charge that's naturally emitted from your eyes. And as a different charge is produced for each eye movement, they can translate these movements to relevant button pushes. So in case it's not obvious, I move my eyes up, down, left, right, to move my whack-a-mole sight around the screen. Obviously this is a really rudimentary example. What I love about what they're doing here is that it's open source. And that means that this code is freely available on the web. You can develop for this hardware, and that's when stuff really gets exciting. So where this goes, that's up to you. Man!
Seriously,
incredible
stuff. Great tech!
Great tech, some of the world's most cutting-edge technology, all in one place, the NEC for a week.
Yep.
Bonkers.
I've got a little something else here. Now, I know it may look like a football or soccer ball. Jason, if you would, please.
It is a football.
Demonstrate your skills. There is a point to this. Yes.
Okay.
Go on, Jace.
Okay.
It's called the socket, and what it does is it stores the energy harnessed from gameplay. Inside it is an induction coil mechanism. Not too bad, Jason. Like the same you get in shake and use torches. 15 minutes of gameplay will give you 3 hours of energy. Jason, proof that Jason's gameplay has managed to generate some energy. Look, there you go. Look, they're hoping that it will have potential and applications in third world countries where football is incredibly popular.
Do you know what? That's a really important technology.
It is.
Now, earlier on in the show, Ortis and I embarked on a challenge that would see us transformed from humble TV presenters into rock god and super diva.
Yes, our challenge was to use technology to put on a musical performance the like of which had never been seen before at Gadget Show Live, to lift our own renditions of popular songs above normal karaoke fare into the stratospheric arena of musical legend.
I decided to give Lady Gaga's Bad Romance the high-tech treatment and began my search for the very best professional lighting, laser effects and even gadget clothing that would put Gaga herself to shame.
Me, myself, being a musical purist, I wanted to do away with all that professional tech and use my own creativity. I was also going to use home tech, consumer tech, in a way that nobody at Gadget Show Live had seen used before. All set to the beautifully ear-splitting soundtrack of Europe's The Final Countdown.
So, as we rejoin the action, it is time to get kitted out in our stage costumes, and we're not talking spandex.
You're not talking spandex. To be fair, neither of us are completely new to performing to crowds of adoring fans.
A few years ago, I tried to become a pop star through the medium of talent TV on Popstars The Rivals.
There's no use looking back or wondering.
But even though Louis Walsh thought I'd given 110%, I didn't make it into Girls Aloud.
Didn't get the top 10.
I kinda knew. I did kinda know.
And I've had a fair few famous singing partners myself, testing singing games. Let's see, there was Craig David.
Red, red wine.
Beverly Knight.
Change your mind.
And Bashi.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
I knew that stepping into the shoes of Lady Gaga was not going to be easy.
Hello!
I needed to nail it up there on that stage, so I got busy with my rehearsals. Otis and I had both been given professional backing dancers for our routines, and as I began practicing my moves, it was evident I had a lot of work to do. The LED rope substitute was proving really hard to dance with as a group, but I was determined to get it right.
That's where we're going, right?
But still it's farewell.
Meanwhile, my plan to revive 80s rock was in full swing. I'd nailed the singing, and now it was time to practice my routine. And with my lovely backing dancers on hand to show me the moves, I soon got the hang of it.
But of course, it wasn't just our dancing that was going to be judged, there was the all-important tech too. And with only days to go until Gadget Show Live, I got word that my LED dress was nearly ready and it was time for a fitting.
So I'm just getting the fitting done right now, but Francesca is holding the iPad with the drawings of what it will look like when it's finished, so if you can, take a look at those.
It was hard to imagine how they were going to fit 10,000 LED lights on this dress, never mind what they were going to look like. But my spirits were high and I was confident that my tech was the right tech to win.
I haven't got too long to go till I'll be wearing this in all its glory on stage. How exciting!
It was the week of Gadget Show Live and we headed to the NEC. With less than 24 hours to go until my first performance, I finally started to get to grips with my tech. First up, beams.
One's the first cue, puts intensity up, yeah. That's fine, and then you step into the next.
I'd preloaded the intro to my song onto it, but learning the sequence that triggered it in the right order was harder than I thought.
If it's messed up, there just isn't time, and I'm just going to have to busk it, go with it.
Next up, I had a state-of-the-art 12-watt laser installed at the back of the stage, and I had a really neat way of controlling it.
We've managed to find an app for the iPad, which is free, and is going to help me actually operate the lights during my performance.
I had 13 different cues programmed into the app, so each performance would be different from the last. But it turns out that being a lighting director actually takes some skill and experience, something I hadn't considered. And during my first run-through on stage, I really wasn't confident that I had complete control of my tech.
So it's obviously still some work to be done, but I'm hoping if we can get another 2, possibly 3 run-throughs, we'll be all right.
I've just seen Otis perform. He's actually a lot better than I thought he would be. I will be very honest, I am a little bit scared now, actually. I think the dancers look great. I think he's going to do an amazing job and his voice sounds absolutely spot on. I seriously think I've got a challenge on my hands.
But I had one last ace up my sleeve. My backing singers. Yes, Titan and Titan 2 had agreed to join me on stage for my rendition of Bad Romance, adding a certain, shall we say, weight to the vocals.
What's your bad romance?
While my singing and dancing rehearsals were going well, worryingly, I still hadn't managed to test out any of my tech. And there was worse news to come. My LED dress was missing in action. Ryan from Dressmaker's Cute Circuit was busy trying to track it down, while I tried to keep calm and carry on.
When the dress rehearsal is done, all the people are going to leave. There's no way that I'm going to be able to fit these dresses if there's nobody here.
It wasn't just my dress that was missing, it was also the dresses for my dancers. This whole challenge depended on this LED light tech, and we were running out of time.
It is literally the 11th hour. I feel completely unprepared.
What's your bad romance?
So the stage was metaphorically and literally set for a spectacular challenge, the like of which we have genuinely never seen on the Gadget Show. So, are you ready to see it?
Yep.
Too bad, you have to wait.
Welcome back to the final climactic part of this week's show.
Yeah, you couldn't have chosen a more dramatic word, you know? Two. No, I mean climactic. This is it, the final climactic moment, what it's all about. I mean, you've worked several weeks, including rehearsals and finding the tech, towards this performance, and just look at them, they're all expectant. Lovely little fresh faces, look. Hey, about to get egg all over them, because after all, this is a very vindictive challenge. It could go all horribly wrong for you guys.
Yes, the song I was going to perform was the epic Final Countdown by Europe, and I was going to use consumer tech to put on my performance.
Whereas I had Lady Gaga's classic Bad Romance, and I was employing every bit of cutting-edge professional kit I could lay my shaky little hands on.
Yeah, so cast your minds back almost exactly a week to Gadget Show Live, where these two had to perform live 15 times in front of 75,000 people. No pressure then.
The morning of Gadget Show Live had finally arrived. The crowds were gathering and we were both anxiously preparing for our big moment.
My dress had arrived just 30 minutes before I was due on stage, and the pressure was on.
Francesca's getting Polly fitted for the dress, the backup girls are getting fitted for their little dresses, and I gotta go set up with my little transmitter so that I can control her dress from behind stage.
Luckily, my dress fitted, but I was on stage in less than 10 minutes and I didn't even know if it worked. We weren't even sure if the Wi-Fi signal would be strong enough to control the LED lights. I just have to wait and see.
The winner would be chosen by the 75,000 avid Gadget Show fans that visited the Super Theatre. So we really had no idea who would win. The stage was set, the challenge was on, and I was up first.
Okay, this is it, man. This is it. Very nervous.
Ortis Theory!
My first bit of kit was beams. I already knew it was going to take a lot of my concentration. But my nerves got the better of me and I fluffed the intro. I needed to keep my wits about me for the rest of the song if I had any chance of beating Polly. But it wasn't just my tech I had to worry about. The girls had their angle grinders too. I was a bit concerned that they wouldn't look very good. But I needn't have worried. When they got going, the sparks really flew. It was a bit tricky trying to operate the laser using the iPad in the dark, but the light show looked amazing. And no sooner was I getting used to stadium rock stardom, it was all over.
Ortis had done an amazing job. The pressure was well and truly on me to bring something better to that stage.
It's quite a scary moment right now. I've got about 2 minutes before I go on stage for my first performance, and I'm just hoping it's okay.
But to add to my nerves, I didn't even know if my LED dress would work. As I took to the stage, I kept everything crossed and waited for my music to start. As soon as I started to sing, my dress burst into light. It was a bit hard to see under the stage lights, but so far, so good. And my Titan backing singers went down a treat. The audience loved them. The LED light ribbon gave my whole performance a real edge. And with the backing dancers' LED dresses working too, it felt stunning. over. But had I done enough to beat Otis?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Pollyanna Woodward. Oh, you are brave.
Every single performance over the 5 days was judged by the audience. They cast their vote by taking a photo of their favourite performance with a flash. These flashes were counted using 3 webcams which scanned the arena and recorded the amount of votes cast.
And so, at the last show on the last day of Gadget Show Live 2011, we would finally have our winner.
This is it, the final tense moments. They have both performed in front of 15 different audiences. The votes have been logged and the results are in. All this work is now amounted to this one moment.
Thanks.
Okay, here we go. And so, the winner of the performance challenge is... Oh my goodness me! What an absolute stonker of a show. Both of them were absolutely fantastic. They really did a good job. But that's all we've got time for on the Gadget Show. We'll see you next time.
See you.